Alright, hey students, so we are going to review right now how to do 4 things. Those things are how to create a rhythm track in Audacity, how to create a label track in Audacity, how to download pre-made drum beats and import them into Audacity, and then lastly how to export your music from Audacity and go ahead and turn your MP3 into Canvas. Okay, so we're going to start by opening Audacity. Okay, so if you need help downloading Audacity and making a shortcut and getting Audacity open on your computer, go back to the Mr. Terrell YouTube channel and look for my downloading Audacity video, and you can go and watch that first and then come back, okay? Or you can ask me for help if you need that at any time. So what we're going to start with now, once we've got Audacity open, is creating a rhythm track. This is one of the 3 requirements that must be in your practice assignment for music class. Okay, so to create a rhythm track, we're going to go to Generate up at the top here, and then down to Rhythm Track. Sometimes there's an arrow pointing over from Rhythm Track. Just go ahead and click on the first one of the options that are in that kind of side menu there from Rhythm Track. Otherwise, just go ahead and click on Rhythm Track, and that's going to open up this window. If you want to, pause here and you can set your settings for your rhythm track to be the same as what I have. I haven't really touched this much. It's kind of what should already be the default. 120 for the tempo, beats per bar is 4, 0, 64 bars is fine, 0, 0, metronome click, and 77, 67 for the pitch of the strong and weak beats. We don't really need to know what all that means, but if we set your settings to this, we should have no problems as we continue forward. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit, once we've got that, hit OK. And it'll run that for you and create this, which is our rhythm track. And here's what it sounds like. Okay, pretty boring. But we need it to do the rest of our stuff, okay? So here's what we're going to do next. That was the first thing. Not too bad. Okay, so again, that was generate, rhythm track, adjust your settings as necessary, and okay. Second thing is we need to generate a label track. This is going to be super important as we start actually editing sound files, because we need to know where we want stuff to line up with, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to select, as in highlight, our rhythm track. And the way I'm going to do that is by just double-clicking. Okay, I just double-clicked on anywhere in my rhythm track, and it highlighted the whole thing perfectly. Didn't have to drag and drop anything, didn't have to do anything weird. I just double-clicked on it, and it selected the whole thing perfectly for me. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. I just unhighlighted it, and I'm going to do it again. Double-click, and there it is. You can tell it's highlighted when the background of the rhythm track is light blue. When it's not highlighted, it's gray. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. Highlight it. There it is. I just double-clicked on it. Sweet. So now we're going to go to Analyze. Okay, so I just clicked on Analyze up here. You can see my cursor. And down to Beat Finder. Okay, it's the third to bottom item on this dropdown. Okay, go ahead and click on that. Audacity should set the threshold percentage to 65 as the default. That's fine. Please don't change that. It will have no problem finding each beat in the rhythm track. If you just leave it at 65, that'll be fine. If it is something else for whatever reason, just go ahead and change it to 65 by either adjusting the slider, or you can just select and type in there in the box. Okay. Hit OK. And there we go. We've got our label track. Okay, we're going to go to the next video to do downloading audio and exporting as MP3. All right, students. So the next thing we need to do is download some pre-made audio from Canvas, and we're going to import it into Audacity. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is switch over to Canvas and go to this page, which will be in the description. And if you need it again, you can just Teams message me for that. There are a whole bunch of audio files here. You can listen through them and decide which one you like and which ones you want to download and use in your Audacity file. You only need one for the practice assignment, but for the final assignment, you might want a couple more. Okay. So what I'm going to do is find a file that I like. I'm just going to use this first one as an example. Actually, I'm going to use the second one. And I'm going to right-click on the music note in the middle of this kind of paper icon here. So when I right-click on that, it brings up this drop-down, and what you want to do is click on Save Audio As. Okay, kind of in the middle of this drop-down here, it says Save Audio As, right where my cursor is. If you click on that, what will happen is it brings up this window where you can save that sound. Okay, and you can name it whatever you want. I'll name this one Example Beat and hit save. Cool, and you can see that just downloaded that to my computer. Okay. Now that beat is now saved on my computer, but I want it to go from being saved on my computer to being imported into Audacity. So here's Audacity again. So now I'm going to take that from the computer's hard drive and actually place it in this Audacity file. Okay, so I'm going to go up at the top to File. See where my cursor is, very top left corner, File, down to Import, Import Audio, File, Import Audio. Okay, now this can be confusing for some students because what you have to do now is look through all of your computer files and find the file that you just downloaded. Okay, you can see I've already got mine right here because Audacity automatically opened my downloads folder, but yours might not be there. You might have to look in a different folder. You can check a couple places. You can check the quick access folder, which basically just shows you the most recent files that have been opened. It might be right here under recent files. Okay, or you can check this PC and click on downloads, and it might be there. If you still don't find it, you can ask Mr. Terrell and I'll help you troubleshoot, and we'll search your computer and see if we can't find that beat that you downloaded, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and double click on that example beat that I downloaded just a minute ago, and here's what that sounds like. All right, lots of stuff going on there. Okay, so we downloaded that and then we imported it. Now our file is complete. This is good enough to turn in for our practice assignment, at least, not the final. So what we need to do now is export this as an MP3. So we're going to go to File, Export, Export as MP3. Okay, we're going to title it Practice Assignment for Terrell. Cool. OK and OK. And it will export that as an MP3. Now we're going to go back to Canvas, and here's where we're going to turn it in. And again, I'll put this link in the description, and I can message it to you if you need it, or just ask me whenever you need. And we're going to go to Submit at the top, and that brings up this page. So what we're going to do is choose a file or browse computer, whatever it says. And then we need to find our MP3 that we just made. So what you're going to want to do is go to Documents, Audacity, and then find your song that you made. Once that loads, you can hit Submit Assignment, and then you're good to go.